morning. Xavier said yesterday afternoon went well.
Yeah, and how about you?
After we split up, Ayato went to see Udex Nervillette at the Palais Marmonia. I was originally thinking of going with him, but he said he could manage it himself. He told me to go see the sights around Fontaine and to enjoy the look, so I rode the aqua bus with Yoimiya and visited the opera house.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe what we saw there! 2 mechanical puppets that were dancing together! Yeah, those—
We sat and watched for quite a while.
Oh, it was the same for us the first—
Afterwards, we went swimming at the beach! Well, I held Ayaka's hand and we counted down together. At first, I didn't dare to open my mouth. But once I couldn't hold my breath any longer, I decided to take a big breath in. Before I knew it, I was breathing like normal down there. It was an amazing feeling. Ayaka said I was too nervous.
I knew that the Traveler could do it, so I had no doubt we could do it too. That helped me feel the underwater world in Fontaine truly is beautiful. I love seeing the Romero—
Yeah, and there were so many creatures that we've never— like those fish that shimmer like a sword blade. Whoa.
Oh, you mean Hunter's Rays and Blubber Beasts!
I just love the name Blubber Beast.
Yoimiya was down there for quite a while. It was dark before we finally rode the—
Yeah, even I was worried that I wouldn't be able to get— But as soon as I woke up today, I remembered that we'd all be shooting at—
Speaking of the film—
My brother and Xavier were speaking to the restaurant owner about using the place as a filming location. As for the other— We're here.
Please excuse my tardiness. I just finished the special patrol's 6-mile morning.
Wait, 6—
Good morning, everyone. Morning. Can someone— Sure, I'd be happy— No, you can't go anywhere. Please, have a seat over—
I can get the coffee. It's the perfect job for an assistant.
So much energy.
Oh, Yoimiya's always like that. But you sure look—
Of course not. I spent the whole night reading the novel from—
Wow. Paimon didn't expect you to be—
Well, I was the biggest star in all of Fontaine after all. It takes more. I went all out when I was acting as an Archon. So
Here's your coffee, Director Farina.
Oh, thank you. The sound of being—
Oh, it seems everyone is
We've reached an agreement with the restaurant owner. We are free to use the second floor.
Really? That's great!
He is really looking forward to our film and hopes that provide— Well then, Mr. Xavier, I'll leave the rest—
Okay, thanks. First, I'd like to introduce— This is our prop manager, Veronique, and this is Bono, our lighting technician.
Wow. Sure feels like we have some—
First of all, please allow me to first when my investor informed me yesterday that he wouldn't be able to provide— I had no idea that I'd find so many people willing to—
No need to be so cordial, Mr. Xavier.
Your works made a profound impression on me when I saw them back. I am sure that someday, this film will be remembered as a prime example of culture.
Yes, the story is the reason I agreed to join.
Anyway, I would like to make a promise to everyone that as the producer— This is not just my film. It also embodies the thoughts and feelings of— So, without further ado, you may take it from here, Director Farina.
All right. The first scene takes place when the 2 young musketeers are living at the Baron's home, still unaware of all—
Whoa. Seems Farina's really—
Is everyone clear? I don't want anyone— All right. Cameras will start rolling as soon as the set is ready. Let's, not the kind—
Seems like— Anyway, let's go see if there's anything we can do.
I'll catch up.
Ayaka has mentioned you to me before.
No talking. I'm thinking—
Ah, yes.
To achieve a more young.
Are you saying the wrinkles around my eyes are
You just have too much of
You sure don't mince your words.
quiet.
How about here?
Look.
You got it.
Hey, Mia, do you need a hand?
No, I'm fine. You know, doing the lighting is kind of like... I heard that the Traveler will be operating the camera and Paimon...
Really? Is that because it'll be
Well, sure, there's that. I just think that after all your journeys together, you two must have developed a super close bond and just naturally know how to work with each other. If I'm... Oh, I see. It's a...
Yumiya, we need lights over there too.
Oh, on it! I've got to get back to work. Chat with you later. Oh...
Seems like Yamiya's really getting into it. But she was right. We do...
So, this is a real musket?
No, it's just a prop weapon.
Not bad. Have you seen a real musket before?
Only in books and newspapers. I made this one based on the relative shape. When we're filming, some special gunpowder will be applied around the muzzle,
Which means it'll be up to the actors.
That's right.
Thank you, Veronique. I think However, the musket's gears and firing pin could still use some work. Adding some wear on the metallic components will make them Also, be sure to rub the muskets with some oil each time before we start
Good point.
You seem to know a lot, Miss Chevres. I assume you use these types of firearms and...
Yes, I perform routine maintenance on my weapons every day. Just like we as people...
I also perform similar care for my sword every day.
Yes. This way, our weapon...
Yes, well said.
Oh, sounds like they found a common...
Though these props differ from the muskets I use, I can still...
Good. I look forward to your...
First and foremost, never point the weapon at anyone, regardless of whether it's a real or prop weapon, or whether you're holding it or it's on the table.
Okay.
When aiming the musket, extend your arm so that it's level with your shoulder, and use your eye to look...
Like this?
Not bad. Now, try saying your line.
This is the end of...
Good. Now turn your body a little. That way, you'll give your enemy less... This is the end of the road for you.
Huh. Excuse me, Miss Chiori. Director Farina, there's something I wish to discuss with you.
Oh? What is it?
Like this?
Yes, much better.
What do you think? I believe it would be most
Well, if you insist. Miss Ayaka!
Huh? What's going on? Are we gonna...
Let's go see.
What is it?
I have a question for you, Miss Chevres.
What?
To clarify, I would like to turn over my role to Miss Chevres.
But, brother...
Don't worry, Ayaka. I was becoming troubled trying to set aside some time to speak to the staff at the Palais Mermonia. I would like to have some conversations. Now, I will be able to focus on my work. Besides...
From a director's point of view, I also felt like the relationship between the two musketeers... The older brother in the story plays the lead role with his overbearing character. But if we were to change the siblings to two sisters... Also, I've seen you instructing Ayaka.
Of course. Even with all these
Chevres mentioned that she really likes the story, right? Paimon bets that she'll take the role.
All right, I'll take...
Good. It's decided. We'll also need to make some... I have a feeling that our...
You're doing a great favor for me, Miss Chevres.
Don't mention it. I like this character, so if anything, I should be the one
Well, since my brother is the one who brought up the idea, let's go, Miss Chevres. I look forward...
Please, just call me Chevres.
Seems like you're really going out of your way to solve the problem I was...
Surely you jest, Chiori. I assure you that I was mostly
Oh, come on. You really think I'd buy that? According to what I've heard from Ayaka,
Perhaps. Ayaka always said, but I feel that she needs not only to see other nations, but also to make some different kinds of friends.
All right, go on.
Ayato! It's too bad you're stepping down from the role. Paimon really wanted to see you act.
No need to poke fun at me. I'd wager...
It's a little hard hard for Paimon to imagine you saying...
Yes. I've made an appointment to meet some people from the Palais Mermonia. No.
Traveler, get the camera ready. Paimon, get the...
Go on now.
Yep, don't worry.
Thank you.
All right. Now that we're all here, the first scene takes place when our two main characters are still living at the Baron's estate. Chevres will be playing the role of the older sister, Tulip, and Ayaka will be the younger sister. Silence on the set! Lights! Camera!
Let's go!
Tulip, Mother's been...
Perhaps she went to pick some flowers on the way home.
Iris, Tulip! I'm home!
Mother! You were out for so long, we were beginning to worry about you.
I'm sorry, but I'm back now, safe and sound.
Mother, what are those bruises on your hand?
Huh? What bruises? Oh, I must have...
But I didn't notice them.
Then perhaps they're from... By the way, did you have fun playing at home? What's the matter, Iris?
Well...
They even took Iris's doll and
And they even called us names.
Shh! It's all right, don't worry. Girls, listen to me. It doesn't matter what anyone says. Don't you both have wonderful lives ahead of you? Just maybe your time to blossom hasn't... Don't let the soil you're in now ruin your future beauty.
And cut! Not bad. The actors also, if our clapper loader could avoid...
Oh,
Great.
I felt fine. The lines weren't too difficult at all. Seems like Farina must have adapted the role.
You two were great.
Thank you for your encouragement.
Positions, everyone! We'll move on. This scene is when our two characters return home, only to discover...
Mother, we're back. Mother. What's wrong?
Iris, stay away!
Huh? Why? What's... Mother... She's...
There's poison in this cup.
Huh? I could have...
Those aristocrats. Iris,
Leave? But now that Mother...
Anywhere. All I know is that we can't... We'll have our revenge, I promise you. Just not right now. Come on, let's go.
No, wait, we can't just leave Mother here like this. At least let me leave this rose with her. That's why we went out in the first place.
All right, goodbye, Mother.
And cut! Beautiful!
Oh my, you're so amazing, Ayaka!
I was surprised too.
Thank you for the kind compliments. Actually, as soon as Director Farina said action, it's quite similar to practicing the art of the sword.
Ayaka's performance was amazing. Pipe down, everyone! We...
Traveler. Is your arm sore from holding the camera all day?
Good work, you two.
You too, Shivers. You were quite the actress today.
I've read this novel many times before. I have a... Anyway, do you...
Oh, right! We were having so much fun that you have a case where the murders seem really similar to the...
In the story, the main characters grow up to become two musketeers, and on each of the victims, they place a rainbow rose as a signal that they've returned. Yes, that's correct. We found...
Oh, that does... Especially after seeing the script today. Oh, Now Paimon can't stop wondering what do you think, Traveler? You're smart. Paimon.
Good. On behalf of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance, there's no time to lose. We should start investigating.
Huh? Right now? But we...
The most valuable intel always comes after nightfall. They are like small, remote islands. That's how one of my favorite books...
So, where are we going right now?
Let's start by checking out some workshops that sell mechanical components. If the culprit is making their own weapons, it's very likely that they'll visit those sort of places.
Someone needs assistance.
Welcome to LeChaux's Clockwork Workshop.
Hello. I'd like to know if anyone has purchased some
Special components?
I mean the kind of components that aren't typically used for...
Huh?
Don't misunderstand. I'm not here to cause any...
Well, to be completely honest,
Has anyone ever purchased components here as an individual?
We have a lot of customers who buy toys, but those who buy components are all regular customers who buy in bulk.
Is that...
You're welcome. It's the least I can do.
I'll catch up. Someone needs assistance.
Oh, hey, Chevris. Run out of...
Hello, Estelle. I want to know if anyone has come to your...
Oh, is this another case? I don't think so. Some people have requested that I make some
Oh? Why is that?
Because there's no profit! I only make things here that can do some real heavy...
Then has anybody come...
Well, I usually sell off my spread.
I understand.
Don't mention it. Always happy to...
Seems like we haven't found...
Yeah, unfortunately.
Huh? Are you sure?
You think so, huh?
Huh?
That I grew up in Fliv.
Here is too narrow.
Hello. I'd like to ask some questions.
I don't know anything.
Don't worry. I'm not here to arrest...
You say that, Nick?
It's the truth. Here. Take this as my...
Wait, did Paimon just see what she thinks she saw? Is the captain of the special patrol bribing a citizen?
Seems you're different from... What do you want to know?
Have you heard anything related to muskets in Fleuve Cendre lately?
Muskets, huh?
Were they gunshots?
Possibly. It's someone's house collapsing, a pipe exploding somewhere. It's all the same.
Do you know where the noises were coming from?
I don't remember.
Is it that you...
You tell me.
Then please. Think of...
She's giving her even more
The noises came from the end of the southern waterway. I came out and had a look for myself when I wasn't asleep. That's all I know.
All right.
Thanks for the pot de...
No need to be surprised. I grew up here, remember? I know how to... Seems you catch on pretty... Now then, It's been a while to...
Please, just...
I want to know if you've heard anybody talking about...
Information isn't free, you know.
I've heard that bandits have been extremely active in the countryside recently.
You're still as help. One of our men got drunk at dinner about a month ago and lost his gun.
What's weird about that? He just forgot.
This is Fleuve Cendre, my friend. Anything of value left, but that gun turned out to be an exception. It didn't get any new wear and...
I suspect it came back because the weapon was already known.
You mean, a criminal was afraid the Marechaussee Phantom would use the shot marks to track...
I didn't say anything about a criminal.
In Fleuve Cendre, knowing who was killed is as easy as knowing what clothes... It's the guy living in the east side, isn't it? I've never liked...
So, who...
Don't bother. Even if you ask, he wouldn't admit to owning a gun to some strangers.
He's right.
I know you grew up here, Shover. Even though you're on good terms with the Spina, you've still been gone too long. Not many people know you.
I know.
So take my advice and don't show your face too much.
I'll come and go as I please. And I'm afraid I'll be a...
All right. Don't say I didn't warn you.
What's all this? Some broken
Yes, but have a close... Even though somebody has purposefully tried to clean them up. These are obviously marks. In other words, someone was here trying to improve their...
Could it...
Your guess is as good as mine. Although many people at Fluff's anyway. Seems like that's all we'll be able to uncover.
Paimon feels like we managed to learn a lot more here than up on the surface.
Yes. Assuming that everything we found is indeed connected to our suspect. That a month ago, our suspect found a gun and took it home to disassemble it. In the following weeks, he used some parts to create his own. Then, a few days ago, he found his target and...
That all makes sense to Paimon, but...
The deceased was a resident of Fleuve Cendre. It said that he was a poor, solitary man. Yeah, that's also... If we are indeed following the novel, and there's a story behind the murder, then this... He was no saint, but no one's heard of a rival who hated him enough to shoot him. What message is the killer trying to convey? And to whom exactly? We've thoroughly investigated that. He claims to have spent the whole day at the Opera House on the day of...
Okay, so he has an alibi.
Not only that, he has a family of his own, and both of his parents are still alive. I've looked into his records. He was adopted. In the story, the mother of the two musketeers was murdered after the children turned 10. Of course, he could have changed the children's ages. More importantly, I've also had a chat with him in person.
Then, what should we do now? We have all the...
Investigations take time. How about this? Let's spend the next few days filming with the crew. We can continue the investigation.
Wait, but weren't you saying Intel is like small, remote islands in the middle of the sea just a moment ago? What are you...
But the book had more than one reference to the island.
Oh?
As long as you spend enough time sailing through the fog,